I wanted to share a few things about my travels to Mexico. I went this past week to Playa del Carman, and I stayed at the beautiful Sandos Playacar resort. It was absolutely amazing. Hands down, I would totally recommend that resort. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous, it's big, there's a lot of extra things to do. We'll get into that later on in the video. But one of the things that I wanted to share is when you go, always pack a pen for the plane, because you're gonna need it when you start filling out those papers that they give you for entering into the country. Another thing is that you can check in 24 hours in advance for your flight, going there and on your departure back. Also, when you're entering back into the States, there is a passport app that you can download on your phone, put all your information in there. You can even take your photo there. By doing this, you get to bypass the kiosks that they have there, where they ask you for all that information and everything, and you kind of get ahead of the line a little bit. So one of the things that I really enjoyed about Sandos and Mexico, hands down, they especially during COVID, they're doing the sanitation. They expect everybody to wear a mask at every place that you enter, whether it's a resort or stores, different things like that down in Playa. They check your temperature. They have hand sanitizer that they give you. They even have these mats that has disinfectant in it, and the disinfectant is you step on it, and then you step on the deal to enter into the stores and all. And even on the ferry, if you're gonna take a trip over to Cozumel, which is what I did. Another cool thing that they had at the resort was instead of giving you a room key, like the key cards, they actually have the band. The bands are color coded, you know, depending on what kind of stay that you are doing there. And the key fob is actually on the wristband. So that made it really handy. That way you're not having to worry about where you put the key, or did you get the key on your way out. It's right there on your wrist. It was awesome. We upgraded our room to the ocean view. Let me tell you, it was totally worth it. Our room was right on the very end, facing the beach, which they call that section the adult section. It has its own pool. Actually, it has two pools right there. The only downfall that I will say is, you know, if you're going and staying at the adult section thinking that you're not going to encounter kids, you will, because they have the restaurants are pretty close right in that same area. But it's not that big of a deal. But they, you know, the restaurants also have sanitizers for you to use for your hands. They have they don't do the mats inside the resort, just at the front door. They do ask you to have your mask on when you're entering into the restaurants, but they, you know, really when you're out in the open, you know, they don't expect you to wear your mask or anything like that. You will have to, because of COVID, you will have to reserve your seats, reservations for every one of your meals, including breakfast. They don't really have anything buffet at this time due to COVID. So keep that in mind when you go. You will have to make reservations for each meal. You'll even have to make reservations for the shows. They do have nightly entertainment. But at this time, due to COVID, they are not doing any kind of other activities that require close, they're still doing the distancing. Also, when you upgrade up to, out of the standard room, I will tell you, is in the family section. So when you upgrade, you can upgrade to, they have the adult section, and then they also have haciendas there, which is really cool. From what I'm gathering, like one hacienda has like 4 different deals, and each hacienda has its own swimming pool. So it's kind of secluded. It's in the middle of the resort. And I will tell you, like, you need to wear some walking shoes, because walking from the back where the beach is up to the front where the lobby is definitely a hike. I mean, it's a good 15-minute walk. Also, with the upgrade, you have 24-hour room service, which was really cool, especially when you're doing trips, excursions. You're going to want that, be able to do that, especially in the morning times. It's amazing. Also, you will have, so in the middle section of the resort, they have a whole nother little lobby area that has like, where you can go up and, talk to people and, do your tours, excursions. They also, where you can do your room, not your room, but your meal reservations and stuff, so that you don't have to walk all the way to the front part, the front lobby. So it's a whole nother area there, but they have a premium bar. And that premium bar, let me tell you, they make some really, really good drinks. And they use the premium liquor. So with your upgrade, you get to go into that bar, which is pretty neat, pretty cool. So one thing that I will tell you that you might want to be careful of is that, and we kind of we came real close to getting sucked in to, they was trying to get us to, they were like, oh, we want to show you this presentation. You can book the hotel, the resort, straight through the resort, and then you don't have to use a tour operator or anything. You can just book straight through us. But they present it that way, but really what it is a timeshare. So they try to suck you in to doing this timeshare, so that, they're like, hey, we'll give you a free massage if you'll do this. They did build, so your resort is long ways, and over to the side, down by the beach, they did build another section down there. We did not get to see this section. It is for your, what they claim to be the elite section, and everything for like when you do the timeshare or whatever. But it's down there. They also built a new pool down there that also has a water park in it. So that was really, really cool. We did take the ferry over to Cozumel. Cozumel pretty much has the exact same rules and regulations as far as the mask and hand sanitizing and all that. We did a Jeep excursion while we were over there. It was so worth doing the excursion. We got to see 3 different areas of the island, and that made it really, really cool. But anyway, in the Sandos Resort, there are also a lot of trails, little trails that you can take in there. They have a lot of different things like that for you to do. So if you don't want to do excursions and things like that, there is plenty of stuff to do. Even though they have shut down a lot of the entertainment stuff due to COVID, there's still a lot for you to do. So I hope that helps you. We'll be loading up a video for just to share with y'all about the resort that I took while I was there. Anyway, so if you like this information, like my video, share it. Also subscribe. I will be posting some more stuff. And next time.